even here, like we got a sense of freedom compared to that. But it's like we all getting taxed, and it's a lot of things we just forced to do. That's not freedom. Like even the laws, like the laws ain't set up based off right or wrong. It's a lot of this shit set up if can we make money off this shit.
So you saying that our justice system has been completely monetized?
100%. Yeah. Like look at this. Like if I want to make money by selling drugs, I'll go to jail. But that's because how I'm doing it. If I do it the way y'all do in the pharmacy, it's legal. If this nigga harm me or he do some shit and we into it over land and money and I go kill them, I go to jail. But if you do it, you a patriot type shit. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Like it almost apply with everything.
If I'm mad at you and I put you in a room because you did some child-ass shit,
right,
and I put you in a room for a year,
right,
I'm going to jail for kidnapping.
So let me bring this up. There was a lady who was just arrested last week in Kenya for running her own private prison.
Damn.
Over there, if you want to sell drugs, you got to go to the police station and pay them first.
See what I'm saying? As long as they can make money off of it's legal.
Good.
Right. But where are you as a species when the people who are paying taxes to you get murdered because they don't agree with how you are running the business?
Yeah, we ain't doing that.
We're not doing that here. There's where the problem comes in.
We out to a certain, like, if you fucking up the algorithm, what's going on? You come here like, yeah, I'm finna get rid of cancer. Shit go change.
But that's big pharma now. Yeah. Big pharma will sell you suntan lotion that gives you cancer and then sell you the medicine at a high price to treat it when they could have prevented it in the beginning and they got the cure for it.
I feel like that's like a super high level of game banging. Like, legally.
And this is why we see places like Chicago where they've watched for years gangster shit paid off.
If you do it smart.
Smart. We just seen President Trump violate Article 2 and international law enforced by NATO. They broke several international laws by arresting President Maduro in Venezuela. And then what did Senator Rubio say? He said, we don't care what NATO says because NATO empowers dictators. History was written by the best group of killers, bro.
So what that's going to do, though? Like, that going to cause some problems?
Actually, it's going to stabilize a lot of things because now people know, wait a second.
These niggas not playing.
They not playing. On Christmas night, President Trump bombed a Boko Haram terrorist sect in Nigeria. They've already killed 40,000 Christians in Nigeria throughout the year.
Been a genocide.
On Christmas night, he told them Merry Christmas. Bombed them. No 75 virgins for y'all. The people of Nigeria sent hundreds of thousands of videos thanking the president. Strength through peace is the only way to police human beings. Because if you wasn't strong, how many more motherfuckers would have played with you? So can you blame a presidential campaign for showing force? Because JSOC is outside. And when JSOC is outside, you better be careful. And JSOC, for everybody watching, is Delta Force, Special Operations. You know, the best warriors in the world. Shout out John McPhee. I've been able to train with them, doing CQB, you know what I'm saying, doing stuff like that. And you realize real fast that it's one thing to have weapons, another thing to be able to use them. Because what did President Maduro do? Once he seen there might be a military invasion, he enacted an act to arm 4.5 million people with weapons in Venezuela.
Don't look like that shit work.
They took the president of the country in 3 hours.
So they said 15 minutes they had him out.
15 minutes, he gone.
Yeah, in and out, 15 minutes.
4 hours later, he in New York, in Rikers. He was the president of a nation.
That's crazy.
And this is what I try to tell people. You know, I got military connections. You know, I've been on base in Germany. I've been on base in Kenya. You know, shout out to my boys in the Ranger battalions, my boys. And you learn real fast that when I seen President Maduro giving his speech from Miraflores, taunting President Trump, I said he got 24 hours.
What you think about the Colombian
Really?
president?
Oh, the Colombian
He
president.
popping this shit right
Yeah. I'm gonna tell him something because he runs the biggest trafficking organization outside of Scientology, and your days is numbered, my boy. Because without Venezuela, Cuba is gonna fall. 32 Cubans died protecting Maduro. Cuba took over Venezuela. Those guys in the Cuban intelligence agencies, they kept Fidel Castro alive his whole life. He died of natural causes. That's hard to do. Them boys is the best. They not better than American warriors. Point blank period. It's by a long shot.
I think if you look at history, it's whoever has the biggest army, the biggest population. Those are the people that throughout history they control the world, right?
Absolutely.
But every great nation fell. Do you believe that's true about America? One day it could fall?
If the Democrats would have won, America would have failed. Without us taking Venezuela, we would have lost the entire East Coast to Chinese hypersonic missiles. We would have seen 300,000 American deaths on American mainland soil in 8 hours. Secretary of War Pete Hegseth came out and he said, all war games show that in 8 hours we are out of missiles and we lose to China. If you want to stop China, you remove them from the whole Western Hemisphere, take back the oil that Maduro and them stole from Americans, and then now you sanction and you seize oil tankers because China wants Taiwan. Trump told President Xi, if you try to take Taiwan, I'm gonna bomb the hell out of Beijing. He said, no way you would do it. He said, yes way. What is the Chinese army doing right now?
I don't know. What are they doing?
They doing the same thing that we doing outside of Venezuela. The whole Chinese,
they outside of it?
They outside of it right there, right now.
So they down there next to the.
They was planning to take Taiwan. Where you stop that is you seize the oil, you kick China out the Western Hemisphere. That staging area, Venezuela, is where Chinese military was gonna stage to be able to do an invasion. They're gonna come right up through Mexico, challenge the border. That's why we seen them close the border down.
It's crazy. It's like the countries be on some passive aggressive type time. Like we faking to it through all these ways, but we still doing business with each other and this and that.
And that's why I'm trying to tell my homies, like, bro, Trump and Vladimir Putin, mortal enemies. They get on the phone and talk. They sit down and have dinners and talk. They talk about potentially changing the earth by deploying weapons. We gotta have them same principles when we dealing with people. We can't take everything personal because at the end of the day, everybody who's trying to get money, they gonna target the people that's already getting it. They not gonna invent nothing new. It's gonna copy what you doing, make you look bad, and take what you doing. Real shit. Real shit.
So what you you kind of broke down. So you feel like they did all that with Venezuela. Basically, it was bigger than just Venezuela, more so China.
For sure. You got to send a message to the world because the deep state Democrats were selling our country out. And when you see stuff like that going on, you try to ask yourself, like, damn, like, what's their end game?
When you say the deep state Democrats, are you saying like that's the only deep state, or is it like?
Good question.
I think they're all in collusion.
They're not all in collusion. Let me tell you why. Which political party put an end to slavery? Democrats or Republicans?
Republican.
And the Democrats dominate what neighborhoods, what areas?
Blacks.
They didn't finesse the whole game. The Quakers and all of them was all Republican people. All of the civil rights movement legislation came from the Republicans, not the Democrats.
But what was the reason for them doing it? Because I don't think it really had nothing to do with us for real.
It definitely has something to do with us because this is controversial, but white people did not start the slave trade. The Arabs did.
Yeah.
The Arab slave trade never ended. Every Thursday in Mauritania, there's a slave auction.
Selling right now.
Right now. I got footage of this. Right now.
I mean, if you're going to say that, really, like, shit, they say that been going on since the Bible days.
And that's what, 2,000 years ago? So.
That was like a regular thing. It just wasn't supposed to be forever.
Absolutely. But the problem is.
Like jail. That's slavery. Like, that's what Daniel was supposed to be like type shit. Like, you might owe a debt. You might have.
Indentured servitude.
You wasn't just supposed to be a slave because you black, though. Like,
right.
They took that shit
They
too
finessed
far.
the whole game then. You see what I'm saying? And that's the whole thing, though. Us as black people, we feel like the white man this, the white man that. That's not really how it's going down, bro. All of those people who came from out of Nigeria, they were sold to the white man and the Arabs as already prisoners of war. They was already enslaved by other Nigerians, other Africans. That's the truth of the matter. So if you want to enslave a group of people, keep them thinking that their enemy is not who it is. Because the Bible is geographically correct. That means niggas killed Jesus.